When you go to the Blue Letter Bible, that word Niger is also called black, and it also defined it as calling them Christian, also in the Blue Letter Bible, in the book of Acts, chapter 13 and 1, when it breaks down the Latin word. So now, let's talk about something today, y'all. This is what we're going to get on. So I had an interesting conversation. We was talking about the book of Acts, chapter 13 and 1. And it's going to be a short class. You know, the library is shortened down. So I'm going to run it to you to give you a good color scripture in the Bible. In the book of Acts, chapter 13 and 1, it reads, Now there was in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that were called Niger, and Lucius and Madding, which were brought up with Herod and Saul. He says, so they're talking about these prophets and teachers that rolled with Christ, and they were called niggers. So now some people might say, well, that word don't mean that. So this is what I went to. The etymology of the word nigger. So let's read what it say. It say, I hear what you're trying to say, and I'll walk through it carefully with respect and with accurate historical logistics and Bible text facts. Below is a clear breakdown. It say, in Acts 13 and 1, the word Niger, Simeon. You see that? I want y'all to see what that word means. The reason why I want you to see what that word will mean, because it's a Latin word for black. He said, this is absolutely, Niger is a Latin objective meaning black. This is absolutely true. In classical Latin, nigger, black color. Many scholars believe Simeon was a nigger of his dark complexion. This is a reasonable interpretation, not guaranteed, but possible, more possible. So let's keep going. It said, the original Latin word niger was not a slur, but it simply was a description of black. The racial insult was created much later by English speakers, mainly during the era of slavery and colonization. So your core point is right, meaning the word nigger never had nothing to do with color. During the time of Christ, it was a Latin word. It just means black. But when white folks get the word, and it tells you, it says the racial insult was created much later by English speakers. So meaning in Christ's days, it wasn't a racial slur. It ain't nothing racial. So when you heard the word nigger, it wasn't like, oh, he talking racial. It wasn't nothing. They knew it was a Latin word to mean black. But they said once white folks got that word, because they stole it from us, it say the racial insult was created much later by English speakers, mainly during the era of slavery and colonization. So your core point is correct. The slur is modern, meaning is not the original meaning of the word. So they tell you that word, the original meaning didn't mean it wasn't a racial slur. So he said, in summary, your correct points you made. Nigger in Acts 13:1 is a Latin for black, and its original had no racial or hateful and insulting meaning. He said white colonizers in the 16 and 1800s transformed related words into racial slurs. So when you keep going, we went to the Blue Letter Bible. So the Blue Letter Bible actually says, the Blue Letter Bible, the ESV, he said, Niger is a Latin word meaning black or dark. And commentary associated with the BA Bill and other similar commentaries, he said about this verse, they interpret Niger as a descriptor of our appearance, likely reference to dark skin or African heritage. For example, one BLB commentary says, since Niger means black, he was presumably a black African among the congregation of Antioch. Another commentary notes that the Latin means black and was possibly given so he would be disguised from other people, a Simeon. So yes, BLB acknowledged Niger was a Latin word that means black. That's what that word meant. Hold on, let me go back to it. Shit. So let's keep going. See, there's no evidence for BLB or mainstream biblical scholars that Niger and Acts 13 carry any nation beyond black and dark. Okay. Let's read that. There is no evidence from the BLB or mainstream biblical scholarship that Niger and Acts 13:1 carry any connotation beyond black or dark. So they say, even when you read about Acts 13:1, they say there's no connotation beyond black or dark. Like that's what that means. That's what these disciples with Christ was called. He said, why Niger and Christian doesn't hold? He said, Niger is a Latin adjective meaning black or dark. It is not a Latin or Greek word for Christian. He said in the New Testament text, the original written in Greek, not Latin, word so it's a historical biblical. Bottom line, yes, BLB does show that Niger in Acts 13:1 meant black. So when you read about Acts chapter 13:1, I wanted to read it to you off artificial intelligence to let you know that the etymology of the word nigger actually derived from the word Niger. Like I said, when you read about it, it say it tells you, it said it's so it's just tell you backward. That's what you know. It can't get no realer than that. I told you the original Latin word niger was not a slur. You see what I'm? Let me read that to you. So it tells you the original Latin word nigger was not a slur. It was simply a description, black. The racial insult was created much later by English speakers, that's white people, mainly during the era of slavery and colonization. So your core point is correct. The slur modern meaning is not the original meaning of the word nigger. So when y'all hear me use the word nigger and y'all say, oh, he using that N word, I know where the word derived from. I know what the word actually meant. When I told y'all white folks stole everything from us, they even stole the nigger. They stole that too. I know y'all might have thought they created that. They did not create that. They stole it. And then they stole it, flipped it, dipped it, and now y'all think they did it. But just like the computer telling you, it wasn't a racial slur until the English settlers began to use it during slavery. This is when this word became a racial slur. So if y'all hear me use the word, don't say I'm uneducated, because the etymology means the creation, the beginning of the word, had nothing to do with race. So when you notice what I'm saying is, when you pick this Bible up, you're reading a black man book. This is a black man book. That's why the disciples was rolling with Christ. Let me see how many disciples was with Christ now. Let me see how many of them brothers that was there. You know what I mean? In Acts 13. I think it was like 5 of them. Hold on. See how many of them was it? Let's see. Barnabas and Simeon, that were called niggers, and Lucius, Cyrene, and Madine, which were brought up with the king Herod. And the Tartarians of Saul. So that's 1, 2. You might as well say 2. We might. So you see where they call it. So where the movers, the original Christians. I don't understand when you say so where movers, the original Christians. What is movers? What you mean by that? The original Christians was the Israelites. That's what you're reading about in the book of Acts 13:1. That's who, and they never referred to themselves as Christians. The Romans called them Christians. It was a derogatory word. It was like they were trying to be funny. That's what they was trying to do. It was trying to be funny, but it was a joke that went on, became everybody saying we Christians now. You know what I mean? That's where the word Christian actually came from. But the etymology of the word nigger came from the word niger. It's in the Bible, Acts 13:1. This is why I wanted to read to you off the computer. It never became a racial slur. It never became a racial word until they told you white folks got the word. And that's when it became racist. It wasn't racist all the way up until what? Let me see. Let me read that point to you one more time and show y'all one more time before I get up out of here. What this nigga over here doing? Bang. Boom, 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 boom. So let's say, I want y'all to read that there at the top. It starts off, but you are right. You hear that? It started off with like, nigga, you done did it again. It started off with, but you are right about the one major idea. The origin of that word nigger was not slurred. It was simply a description of black. The racial insult was created much later by the English speakers, mainly during the era of slavery and colonization. So your core point is correct. The slur, you see that? I want y'all to see that bottom point. The slur, read that. That's a modern day. That's modern day. So when y'all hear somebody say, Nick, oh, he ignorant, that means he ignorant. That don't mean that. The slur is modern, meaning it's not the original meaning. So don't y'all niggas say nothing about me saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the word nigga came from, and you niggas don't. Damn, I just used the word nigga 4 times. But all bullshit aside, that's where the word, the etymology, the creation of the word nigger, we've been called niggas a long time. The Latins call us the niggas. During the time of Christ, we've been getting called this N word. So when people hear the word nigga and they get all offended, man, I told you we've been here before. Y'all don't know that? We've been here before. It's called regeneration in the Bible. So during the time of Christ, we was getting called niggas. During the Romans, we was getting called niggas. During the Greeks, we was called niggas. During the British Empire, we was called niggas. During the USSR Empire, we was called niggas. And guess what? In Christian captivity over in America, we still being called niggas. We've been getting called niggas for a long time. I just need y'all to understand that. So if the disciples of Christ was called niggas, I'm proud to be a nigga. We got nigga university. We got the nigga university here in our school. That's what it is. When you join our school, you join the real niggas university. Because what we call it the real niggas university, because everything you're going to get is going to be some real shit. Sometimes it's so real it make a weak nigga run off. That's what I learned about the truth about the Bible. When you start spitting the truth, it make niggas run. Make niggas get away from you. They call it the truth. I call it raid. You know why I call it raid? Because when I spray this, man, this shit like roach spray. All the roaches get to getting up through when I get to spraying this word at them. They get to taking off. You know what I'm saying? They call it the truth. I'm calling it raid. Because if you ain't strong enough, you're going to take off running. You know, so I wanted to show y'all, man, that the word nigger is in the Bible. The word nigger existed long before the white man got it. They told you when the white man got it, it became a racial slur. So just like we told you, we created the phone. They stole that. The GPS, they stole that. I'm just showing you the modern things they stole. Did y'all know graphics, holographics and all? We created that. Without the chips and all, we created it that. And guess what? We didn't create the word nigger. The Latins created the word nigger, and the white man stole it from him. The white man steal from everybody. He steal from everybody. He stole that word nigger, and now y'all think he created the word just because we was getting called that word during slavery. So for all you people who, when y'all hear us use that word and y'all want to correct us and say they ignorant for using that word, you're ignorant because every time that white man tell you something, you don't correct them or check them or go research nothing he tell you. When you white, you right. You know, so but when you hear us brothers come out here and say, hey, this mean this mean that mean this mean that, you question us. I understand, we get it. We get it. We know we've been beat down since the beginning of time. We've been getting programmed. When you go to school, they program you. They don't teach you your history. They tell you pilgrims came over here and we joined hands. They don't teach you that white folks came over here, murdered, robbed, raped, took, colonized. Right now, they teach in schools we benefited from slavery. They teach schools this. And I don't hear enough black people coming out bucking up this. And this is why young black children don't know that it's us they talking about in the Bible, because we don't know our history. And the only reason why I know my history a little different from y'all, because I wasn't raised in Ohio. I told you my mother was a Black Panther on the south side of Chicago. Then she became with the Nation of Islam. My father, he ran with one of the founders of the Disciples, David Boxdale. I'm off the same street, 64th and Greenwood. Before I can go outside every day, my mother used to make me read books. And after I read the book, I would have to tell her about the book I read. I had to read every day. I was a secret gang member, but she was educating me about who I was. So when I got older, it's like when I came to Ohio and we was like, they didn't have Black history or none of that. So I was blew my mind that Black folks didn't really know nothing about their history. Even when you see these college educated women who think they so smart, start talking to them about their history. They don't know none of that. They know what the white man programmed them to do. They program you in school. From the time you in school, you are being programmed. All the way to when you go to church, you are being programmed. Jesus' color don't matter, but here go a white man. But you're looking at a white man and you say, man, but the scriptures say this. He don't look like this, color don't matter. Color don't, but then why y'all giving me this white guy if color don't matter? I don't understand. And what they do is you got three types of people. They got those that make shit happen. You got those that wait for shit to happen, and those that wonder when the shit gonna happen. You got a lot of people following the Christian churches and following these institutions because their mother did it, their grandmother did it, their grandmother did it. The same thing with Thanksgiving. When I ask people, well, y'all know what Thanksgiving about? All Black people say they know what Thanksgiving is about, but all Black people still celebrate it. I just don't understand. It's like when you know you're doing something wrong, don't y'all think at some point in time we should change or switch it up? Or we just keep following the same shit? Let me know how. That's like if I come out, y'all, if I come out and keep committing crimes, y'all will call me stupid. Like every time this nigga get out of jail, he go right back. Ain't that how y'all talk about people that get out of jail? Y'all don't think like when they come out of jail, they ain't got nothing. They knuckles scraping the ground, so they trying to get it. And everybody trying to get it by all means by necessary, because ain't nobody giving them nothing. Y'all don't think like that. Y'all think he a loser. But then when I watch y'all keep doing the same shit over and over again, why I shouldn't think y'all losers? Y'all about to celebrate Christmas. Bust y'all ass to get Christmas presents, and y'all ain't even got money to do it. I done watched people go broke and don't have no money because they talking about Christmas and some Santa Claus and trying to project their image of some shit that ain't even real. So I say y'all say, when y'all hear us say certain things, instead of being so quick to run y'all mouth and talk about us, ask us about it or go research on what we talk about. We give y'all all the tools to research. We don't just get up here and talk. We want you to follow us. We want you to write these scriptures down. We want you to go back and ask your pastor, ask your neighbor, ask shit, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Ask anybody you want to ask. We want y'all to do that because we embrace y'all asking us questions, because this is why we had to study. So when I was presented did the word Niger. What does that mean? The word Niger in band, it means nigger. It was a Latin word for black. So we've been getting called niggers a long time. It never became a racial slur, and the computer just told you until the English got it, and they tell you during the slavery era. And then they tell you that whole word changed. With that, we are on the ISUPK out 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And let me just say that we use them, these scriptures, when y'all say, well, how y'all saying the Israelites is black? The Bible tells you they black. The Bible give you descriptions, geographic locations. It give you all that in the Bible. How you think I knew it wasn't no Middle East? The Middle East ain't in the Bible. It's not a Middle North, a Middle South, a Middle West. So you know what I did? I said, let me go look up when was the Middle East created, because my God never talks about that. And when I looked it up, damn, I found out the white folks created the Middle East. It's not even a such thing as the Middle East. You know how I know all this? Because I actually follow the records of the Bible. The records of the Bible tells me, and what the records tell me, I can't go wrong. The records told me the disciples was called niggers. The teachers and prophets, they was called niggers. So I had to go look that word up and found out, damn, these Israelites was called niggas. So why they telling me color don't matter? But I'm reading color, seeing color on the Bible. These people is black, but you're giving me white people. But then you tell me color don't matter. Do that shit make sense? But a lot of black folks follow it. And the ones that don't follow it, we the ones they talk about. How dare you not follow what the white man gave us? You know how in slavery, this is how they used to talk. This plantation. We got to leave, and this is what the slaves say. Why are we going to leave off the plantation? Master give us everything. We got everything good, and Master take care of us. Master tell us when we can sleep, when we eat. We don't want to leave off the plantation. This is why a whole lot of you celebrate Juneteenth. It was niggas that told them they was free. Y'all need to learn that whole history. And like black folks, most black folks do, they don't listen to their own people. Black folks never listen to their own people for some strange reason. And this is why I know black folks don't study their history, because if you really did, you wouldn't keep running around here kissing these people's asses, because you know everything moving around this motherfucker we created or had our hand in it. They ain't created shit. They stole everything. So when you keep looking at them up here on this pedestal, we the niggas y'all supposed to be looking at. The people in this Bible, they black. So stop letting your pastor tell you color don't matter. And I can read color in the Bible. I'm reading these disciples was called niggas, but I'm looking at paintings and they white. Stop telling me that shit. So it's either you gonna stand for the truth or you gonna live a lie. And most people was comfortable with living a lie. People love living a lie. You see, you got niggas out here every day, they'll put a gun on them, walk out that door and act like they super tough because they got a gun. Then you see that same guy in jail, he ain't got a gun. You watching him get slapped. And you said, damn, is this? He was projecting the image. Everybody keep playing the role. Sometimes we got to stop playing that role, because when you play a role, sooner or later you get caught up in the role you portraying. So with that being said, we are the ISUPK out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York. the commanding general